Man, there's this movie out there. I don't think you even heard of it, Gertz. Now, have you heard about old Dick Long?
Oh, I've heard of it. Yes.
You heard Dick Long, man? I was just talking about Dick Long the other day. Martin and I were talking about him. Martin was very upset before the old show. Martin was like, "How's Dick Long doing?" I was like, "Man, he's dead. Yeah, he's no longer with us." What?
Man, dude.
How you doing back there, Dick?
Well, next time I come over, I promise we will not bring the dogs. We will be very civilized. We will be very presentable. I'll be wearing a shirt from dtmerch.com. I will proudly represent and be very simple with that classic black tee with the white logo. You know, I am very much looking forward to hanging with y'all on October 18th, live in Los Angeles, where we're going to be doing our live show at the Catch One. Go to Eventbrite and get your ticket today. Death of Dick Long. I tell you, Chris and I, we watched that trailer a while back. Some people just kept telling us in the street, it's like, man, put this on, stop everything, watch this crazy shit. And we watched it, and I said, all right, I'm keeping an eye out for this. I have to see this movie when it comes out. This is, I'm not going to even tell you what it is about. I'm going to just let you watch the trailer. But this really is, I mean, look, it's not, I'm not going to say it's going to be anything that changes your life as far as a trailer goes, but it's the way the trailer is cut and the way these fools just the whole trailer is just them doing just the dumbest shit while trying to cover up what is pretty much a crime. Like an old hillbilly Three Stooges.
Yeah, I've talked to so many guys who say like, yeah, that's what we used to do when you were young all the time. I'm like, really?
Where are they from? And and the thing is, you might want to tell them to watch this movie before they start saying something like that. Okay. Oh, we used to do this all the time. Are you sure? Have you seen the movie? Do you know what exactly happened to old Richard, a.k.a. Dick Long? Because I think if you knew, you wouldn't be saying I did that all the time. Damn, this is deep, Corey. He did it so hard that it killed him. What did Dick Long do? And why did it kill him? Tell you what, let's go ahead and watch this trailer. And as I said, I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you watch this like we watched it. Like I said, it's not the most insane thing you've ever seen, but the way this is cut, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
It's very funny. And they do a good job at making you wonder what exactly is happening. We'll watch this, and then I'll come back with my review.
How did he die? Zeke, tell me the truth. Are you joking?
Somebody said in the chat when we were showing this trailer, when I showed it to you, the way we were describing it, they said, so kind of like Fargo.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it really is sort of like Fargo. Fargo kind of centers on, someone who tries to commit a crime, and the person's not all that
inept.
Sharp anyway. Yeah, inept. Yeah, right from the beginning, they're just gonna fuck up.
You want your own wife, kid. See, these are personal matters. Personal.
You already know, man.
Yeah.
You just live your life.
I rewatched that again recently. Movie's so brilliant.
That movie's brilliant, man. What's his name? Who was the guy that played the guy trying to kill his wife or have his wife
William
kidnapped?
H. Macy?
William H. Macy, man. William H. Macy is so dumb in this movie. Just like, man, you can't afford to commit no crime. You're too stupid. You're too stupid to even live by the law. And that's kind of what Dick Long is, man. It's like this is it's kind of like Fargo, except that this is truly some hillbilly shit. This is because I'm gonna tell you something. In Fargo, they're not that smart, man. They're not. But at least they commit real crimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if you ever watch the show, they got a Fargo show, sometimes they could probably even get away with it, except that there's some force of nature that comes in or some unseen element that comes in that ruins everything. Bad luck, whatever. Not here. This is something where what they do is so stupid, and they're too dumb to handle it.
Yeah.
This is.
It looks like it's only because they're in a hick town that they get as far as they do.
Yeah, it's like what a crime is out in the real world, you know, for some hillbilly people like them, some hillbilly shit that they do, it's like, does it even count as a crime, really?
Oh, wow.
Because it's that stupid.
Okay.
At the same time, it's that baffling. Because you think you know what happens to Dick when you watch the trailer. I thought I knew. I had no clue.
Oh, really?
That was not it at all.
Oh.
And when you find out, it's like, well, of course you goddamn rednecks are doing this. Jesus Christ. I know somebody died, but, you know, that's Darwinism happening right there. You know? It was either going to be this or something else because y'all are so stupid. Life is going to find a way to take you out one way or another.
Final Destination.
Yeah. This is a cross between Fargo and Trailer Park Boys.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we want to feel for these characters because what the movie does is that you're laughing and there's no doubt that this is a comedy, but what happens here is that the filmmakers take it serious enough with these characters. So, you know, they're not the whole time just pointing fingers and ridiculing these characters. And you see that whatever they've done, it affects other people, man. Mm-hmm. And that's where the tragedy comes in. Like, it's not just what happens to them. These three dumbasses here. It's like there are people who are truly affected by what they do. And that's where the true tragedy comes in. That's where you feel really bad. But still, it's so stupid. You're going to laugh anyway. It's like, I really want to feel for y'all, man. I mean, you know, I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about for your families.
Yeah.
But y'all got to admit this shit. Come on, y'all. I'm sorry. Man, it's an interesting cast that they have here, too. Because with the cast, and you've probably seen this looking at the trailer, Chris, you know, the cast, the biggest name in the cast that you probably know of is a character actor themselves. Okay. Sara Barker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was that Melissa McCarthy movie she was in?
Oh, was she in what?
Tammy.
Tammy. Okay,
Yeah.
that's where she's from.
Yeah.
Man, she's been in so many different things. She does voice work. You know, she is a active, very busy working actress, but she's a character actress.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know her name. That's her from Young Sheldon, from the Big Bang Theory spinoff, Miss Hutchins. You know what I mean? But she's in tons of stuff. And she's probably, like, a lot of people don't even know her name, but she's probably the biggest name in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. But everyone, I got to say, everyone is amazing in this film, man. Like Earl. Earl is the one with that Dumb and Dumber haircut. The first thing, the thing is that
if you got a movie about hillbillies, there's got to be an Earl.
It's got to be. I was gonna say any redneck named Earl. That's a recipe for comedy. Uh-huh. Like if you want your kid to be funny, live in a trailer park and name them Earl, girl or boy. That is a recipe for comedy right there. If you got an Earl, not only is it gonna be funny, but it's gonna be funny because they do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about this dude that plays Earl,
it's not vaccines that causes autism. It's naming your kid Earl.
Earl, yeah. Regardless of what happens, he's one of those guys that just kind of. He's too stupid to like worry. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? He's always
ignorance is bliss.
He's always vaping, smiling, cracking jokes, listening to shitty music. He's too stupid to like take it seriously. And listen, I'm not gonna say anything about the actor. The actor's great, but the actor is not that much different from the character because the guy, like the actor. Andre Highland, like I'm not saying he's dumb, not at all, but he's like the way he speaks and his humor is kind of like Earl. Earl had me laughing very hard in the movie, and this guy's he's not very far from that personality.
Let's get into it. So you guys shot this in Georgia.
Yeah.
We did. So did you guys take a midnight train to get there?
So actually, Earl is funnier.
I bet they go like, "Did you really just say that right now?"
Gail Gadot says, "I wish I was Wonder Woman. So I could beat your ass right now."
Can you turn the cameras on?
Wow.
Say that shit again. God damn it. Yeah, he might want to keep playing Earl in real life because Earl's a lot funnier than Andre. He looks familiar.
Yeah.
How do I like? I know this guy, and it turns out like seriously, if you went to public school, this character Earl, you probably had a class with him. Like, you know, like even if it was like PE or something, like Earl was that guy that like you knew a dumb motherfucker like Earl when you went to school, and you knew that they probably wouldn't graduate. Next time you ran into him was probably at the Jiffy Lube where they would change your oil and shit. But they kept your ass laughing. You know, even the black lunch table welcome him over, gonna be like, man, that's a crazy ass white boy. Man, you Earl said today, man.
Let him sit over here. Let's see what he's gonna say.
Earl, come here, man. hey, what's up, guys? But Earl is he's pretty much in a movie that's already got a lot of comedy in it with all the characters. He's kind of the comedy relief.
Okay.
This is the real story of Zeke. And what happens with these guys is that they're doing some crazy shit one night. Things get a little too wild. Dick ends up bleeding out. But the reason why he ends up bleeding out because they took him to the emergency room and dropped his ass off because they didn't want to be associated with what just happened. Right. So they dropped him off, and it was probably a little too late for Dick anyway. But they brought him to the hospital, and the hospital is just like, we ain't never seen no shit like this before.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's like, you know, even we wanted to save him. We were not prepared. We were not prepared for this, and that's one of the things that keeps you going in the movie, trying to figure out what exactly happened to him. And that's why when you watch the movie, you think it's going to be these guys going through some misadventures. All them bumbling and stumbling and, you know, cracking jokes the whole time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bunch of physical comedy. Nah, it's actually it starts to whittle down, and it's the story of Zeke, played by Michael Abbott Jr. Because he's got the most to lose. Like, he has a wife, he has a daughter. So this starts to turn into like a real mystery where the cops start snooping. They start snooping around trying to figure out what happened as one bit of evidence starts to add up against another, and it's just he's supposed to be the smarter of the two between him and Earl, but the thing is he can't handle pressure. He can't think. He can't think on his feet. So, you know, that's one of the things that where the suspense lies, because it's like it's only going to be a matter of time before this dumbass says something that gets himself in trouble.
How did he die?
He fell on a table saw. He got shot by a hunter. Alcohol poisoning.
All the same thing.
Yeah, it would be more suspenseful if it just wasn't so funny looking at this guy try to like explain this situation, because what it turns into, it's white trash Hitchcock.
Okay.
It's a subgenre.
Yeah. I wish they would make that, man.
That'd be good. I like it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, they already got Southern Gothic.
Yeah.
Just take it down a notch.
white trash Hitchcock. I coined this today. We need,
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're thinking. You would definitely know Zeke, man. You could probably get away with a crowd.
Yeah, I think I can. I can cover my tracks.
Yeah, man. Just,
Shit, now if you got to the border.
I would cover my tracks for the most part, but then I would up at the end.
In fact, I think that's what you said at the border. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
He fell on a table saw. He got shot by a hunter. Alcohol poisoning.
What are you doing, Chris? What are you doing? Bodies in the trunk. He said something about Black Lives Matter, and he just put a bag over my head. Took me.
I don't even know these guys.
I just want to go home.
When you watch this character Zeke, man, that's where the suspense comes in, because you just see all this evidence piling up around him, and knowing that Zeke can't cover his shit up. I mean, from the moment they end up dropping this guy in front of the emergency room, they fuck that up. And then all the evidence that just keeps mounting up against them, and they cannot lie at all. Mm-hmm. They can't lie their way through it at all. So it's just like the suspense is just coming in, knowing that he ain't got the brain power to cover it up. You being one, you being like 10 steps ahead of him, just saying, Zeke, don't do that, man. don't. Come on, man.
Well, I get from the trailer that he's actually probably making things worse by like disposing of the evidence, trying to cover a tracks. He's probably just letting everyone know where all the evidence is now. People can identify it.
Well, yeah, because again, it's kind of just dumb luck too with these two guys because the whole time. I mean, it doesn't help that he gets stuck with his daughter right afterwards on a day that he's not even supposed to have his daughter. So his daughter's seeing everything. So she's gonna say something at some point, man. And like I said, it's not revealed until the third act what happens. And the movie does a great job at just not heavily, just dropping in these little things they try to mislead you to make you think what's going to happen, and you don't.
Oh,
yeah, they keep everything under wraps until until the end. It's not like they're laying it on strong trying to mislead you. It's very, very subtle what they do to try to make you to throw you off guard, off the path of what's really happening right here. It's there's no big tricks that they do. But I tell you, man, the person that had the best performance here, I don't think it's because she's the most. I'm not gonna say because she's more talented than everybody else in the movie. It's just because what she was required to do in the film, as far as just react to what's happening, is Virginia Newcomb, who looks like a young Sissy Spacek, man.
Yeah. Cheekbones.
Yeah, the same kind of nose and everything,
Freckles.
man. Yeah, she's the one that has to really deal with all this dumb shit. Like when they find out leading up to it is stressful enough, but once she finds out what happens, she's the one that has to deal with the fallout of everything.
She pissed.
And her reaction to it, man, she pissed. She's a lot of things. She's the most relatable because with her reaction is it has to be in one take a lot of things at once. It has to be a disbelief, disgust, and just plain horror.
Yeah.
Like the shit that you see, like the way she responds to this, it's like straight out of a horror movie.
Are you joking?
When she tries to process this, it's like she's the most relatable character because, once we hear it, we're all like her, man. It's like, what the really? What is wrong with y'all? And why would y'all even do something like this, knowing that you got families and other people that this is dumb. The filmmaking is really cool here because they don't give you any idea what period this is, because this could
because wherever they are, it's so backwards.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like you don't know if this is the early 2000s or if this is just a poor ass town with simple ass people in it, because you don't see no computers. But the thing is, but these people too stupid to use computers anyway. So there's no iPhones. I mean, there's no iPhones. There's no computers that they show or anything. Everything looks old.
Yeah.
But it's but that's just Alabama. Yeah. Everything looks. There's some places where they look 20 years behind just because that county is just poor.
Yeah.
And the people there are just simple. What I love about it are the only clues that you get are that they're listening to new metal things like Stained. The thing is you don't know if they keep listening to that because it's in that period, or if it's because they actually play in a new metal band, a new metal cover band, because they do covers of this song. So it's I don't know. Yeah, okay, I don't know if if they're just big fans or this is the period.
Right.
With the music that's playing, you can kind of and with what they're watching, you kind of put together all right, this is more likely 2002 or 2003. The thing that might be disappointing some people with this movie is that, and I already hinted towards this, is that it doesn't. You expect it to get crazier as it goes along, and man, they start centering on this, like I said, the serious consequences of what happened here, and it becomes more of a character story, Zeke's story. And I don't mind that, if that's what they want to do, because they're not trying to get too surreal with it. They actually slow down and start telling a story, character-driven story. Although I can see how people would expect that because of the director If you've looked up the director, you would probably expect it to get even crazier. The director is he can't even take he can't even take a normal picture. Yeah. Daniel Scheinert. Name ring a bell, Martin?
Is he related to Matthias?
No, that's a good guess though. No, I wouldn't have known who he is either. He actually plays Dick in the movie.
Oh,
because Dick ain't around for long.
Okay.
So yeah, he actually plays the character of Dick. But if you knew what he had done before the movie he co-directed, you probably would have an expectation of this being crazier.
You're special. You're special.
Swiss Army Man, that's a movie about a farting corpse played by Harry Potter.
Watched that recently.
Yeah, it's a movie where Daniel Radcliffe plays a farting, sometimes talking corpse, and it gets crazy as it goes along. Yeah. You saw it, right?
Yeah, I did.
I absolutely love that movie. Yeah.
No, I do too. I thought it was a really good movie. This doesn't go that way. This is a little more subdued.
Okay,
it's a little more pulled back. It's as far as the movie goes, man. I gotta say, I went in with expectations. I thought I knew what exactly happened to Dick looking at the trailer, but that's not it, man. That wasn't it at all. I love the look of it. I think this would be a great movie for people who are aspiring filmmakers to see how you make a film like this on a low budget. Like this is an A24 film.
Yeah.
But
of course it's going to be cheap.
Yeah.
A24.
At one moment it's either just bland, just all of it's just cheap houses, cheap walls, cheap tables, cheap chairs. It looks like a bingo hall. This, a lot of places they go to. It's dirty, it's sparse. Small town, but a poor small town. But at the same time, at night the lighting gets weird. It gets, it starts to like capture the mood of these guys getting caught up in this situation. Even these houses, everything's all decorated, all this floral and everything. Man, it's kind of an oppressive. It's an oppressive small town feeling that you have here, and it lends to the paranoia of what's going on with these guys. What makes it feel more authentic? It helps that there are characters in here. You know me, man. I love the movies where you have characters that feel real.
Yeah.
Feel like real characters.
Yeah, I know you love that, especially if they pull in some people who are just locals and aren't even really actors.
Yeah, like this woman here, the one that plays the sheriff, Janelle Cochran. I don't know if she's an actress. I imagine she is. But, there's nothing flashy about her. They got a doctor in here who made me laugh, man. It's a doctor here played by Roy Wood Jr. There's the backup.
Roy Wood Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The comedian?
Is that him?
He's black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, he plays a doctor. He was funny.
Yeah, Roy Wood Jr., he's like the king of crank calls.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll get on the phone and pretend to be people and get the person on the line just hot.
Okay.
Just mad. Like call him up like it's like, hey, I'm one of the ushers at the church and you didn't tithe enough last week and I'm calling so we can collect the rest of what you
Yeah, he was funny. Guess I don't watch enough comedy, man, because this guy was hilarious, man.
Nah, he's pretty good stand-up.
Yeah.
He's pretty good stand-up, but his crank calls are amazing. These
characters in this crazy-ass situation, the movie just kind of keep me guessing where it was going. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen this year.
Nice.
I give it full price. I have a low full price, man.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. It's one, I go to we go to a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not like I'm getting tired of going to movies. I'm getting tired of just seeing all the same thing.
Seeing the same thing over and over.
But is this a film that's like necessitates a theater experience though? Because something like this, he was like, I could watch this at home. It's kind of just like.
That's where you got to weigh things out today, because there was a point where we would say, well, shit, I can watch this at home. You can watch anything at home now.
Yeah, sure.
It's like it's no longer. It's no longer a point of can you watch it at home. TVs are good enough to where you can do that, and I can watch a Marvel movie. I don't have to go watch it on IMAX. I got if you get a big enough and nice enough TV, fine. It's how do you want to spend an evening going to the movie? Taking somebody out and having fun. We went over. Was that?
Well, that is the question now, because people are like, listen, I want to go out on a date or something. I want something to do. I want a movie I want to go to. Let me look and see what's out there. Let me see what people are saying. Dang, nobody's liking this. Nobody's liking this. Yeah. What's something that people are liking that's worth my time?
Yeah, I mean, it's all individual, your taste. But I know that if you like smaller films and you like having a nice evening out at a good theater, because I saw this at the Alamo. I just have to say that I didn't have any regrets. We got there.
Nice.
We had a good time laughing at the film. We were with a good crowd. We had a couple of what they call adult milkshakes in there, overpriced, but they were still good. We had one called Banana Split. That shit was good. It really was like they put a banana split in a blender, added some alcohol, put some whipped cream on. That shit was nice.
That's all you need.
That does sound good.
Yeah, that's all you need, man.
That sounds pretty good.
So no, we had a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't regret going to see this. Had fun. So that is what for me it was a full price. Don't
Okay.
regret spending money. It might be different for other people, but that's you. Get notifications and also check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. You can get more of us over there because you'll find the long version of this video. And those are also uncensored, unedited. And you'll also find the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at our store, dtmerch.com. And remember to always stay